Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this April the 22nd, 2026. I hope everybody had a great Wednesday out there so far. Everybody had a great Wednesday evening. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather. Got more weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the storm system move across the country. Your local forecast is included for your Thursday and Friday. Also, take a look at the current watch and warning advisory map. Take a look at the severe weather perspective of the video, which we have severe weather for day 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And also take a look at the rainfall totals across the lower 48. And so make sure you subscribe if you have not already. Like these videos and also share these videos on social media and many other platforms as well, so more people get a chance to see my video, so that way you get a keep update with the latest forecast. So alright, if you like I say, if you have not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we got some very interesting detail to go through in tonight's video on the Mike Bass Weather Forecast channel, and also talk about the severe weather outbreak coming starting tomorrow and going all the way into early next week. So alright, let's go ahead and get the show on the road there, folks. Alright, you got a little bit of activity off the southeast coast, got a little something here across Ohio, a little bit up here around portions of Maine, also up here toward New Brunswick, southeast Canada, a little bit toward Louisiana, central and northern Gulf. We got activity stretching from Mexico State, Texas, all the way into South Canada, through the Dakotas, Nebraska, Kansas, also Colorado, Nevada, Utah, also in the areas of New Mexico, Washington, Oregon State, Idaho, and Montana, a little bit in northern California. Got another storm system you can see moving into the western U.S. as well. Right now you can still see high pressure still remaining and a dominant feature pretty much across the central and eastern U.S. as of this recording on the satellite image. Alright, let's move on into the local forecast now. We're going to start off with your Thursday forecast now. Should roll out something like this across the board. Alright, got mixed precipitation in Washington State, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, North and South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, not Kansas, Colorado, Utah, and some pockets of heavy snow over portions of Montana. Also critical fire weather with southern Kansas, New Mexico, Texas, and Oklahoma. Shower activity in portions of Kansas and eastern Colorado. Thunderstorms and showers over here in portions of South Texas, Louisiana, East Texas, North Texas, Oklahoma, to Arkansas, to Wisconsin, Minnesota, up here around Lake Superior. And then we've got shower activity for northern Michigan, also into Lake Huron, down into Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia. Thunderstorms and showers for portions of the Panhandle of Florida, Central and South Florida, Florida Keys, and shower activity at Ohio, West Virginia, then a little bit of in portion of Maine as well. Alrighty, otherwise expect a high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Thursday. Alright, let's take a look at your Friday forecast now. Should roll out something like this here across the board. Alright, we got some mixed precipitation, portion of Montana, Idaho, portion of Oregon State, southeast Washington, portion of northern Colorado, eastern Wyoming, South Dakota, Nebraska, snow flying in Montana, Idaho, and Wyoming. Then we got thunderstorms and showers from Kansas, east, central, and eastern Nebraska to Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Lake Huron, Lake Superior, northern Michigan, central Michigan, to Illinois, to Missouri, to Texas, to Louisiana, to Alabama, to Tennessee, to West Virginia, D.C., Delaware, New Jersey, to New York State, Pennsylvania, and also across South Florida and the Florida Keys. Got some severe weather over here in portions of southern Missouri, Arkansas, Mississippi, northwestern Mississippi, that is, northern Louisiana, northeastern Texas, and eastern and central Oklahoma. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Friday. Alrighty, let's see if we can move on into the current watches, warning, and advisory map for your located across the nation. And it should roll out something like this here across the board. We've got special weather statements up here in portions of Vermont, New York State, Ohio, portion of Indiana, Illinois, also portion of Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, also into areas of Georgia, North Florida. Got river flood warnings also in effect for portions of Michigan, Wisconsin, Illinois, Ohio, portion of Indiana, Missouri. Flood watches in effect for northern Michigan. Also more special weather statements up here from Minnesota, also into portions of Wisconsin. And then we got red flag warnings stretching from northwestern Wisconsin to Minnesota to South Dakota to Montana to Wyoming to South Dakota. portion of northwestern Iowa to Kansas to Colorado, western portion of Kansas. Also into the area, I think I said Kansas twice, will be Nebraska, then western Kansas, western Oklahoma, north Texas, west Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona. Wind advisories over northern areas of Arizona, portion of Utah, portion of Colorado. Freeze warnings in effect for Utah, Northern California. Frost advisories there also. And also we have some winter storm warnings and advisories for areas of Wyoming, also Montana and Idaho, and also Oregon. High wind warnings up here in portions of southeastern areas of Wyoming, southern Colorado, portions of South Dakota, also Montana. And then we've got flood watches for a couple counties in northern Idaho, northeastern Washington State. Wind advisories there as well in Washington, Oregon State. Alright, smoke crack advisories off the northeast coast, mid-Atlantic coast, out 250 nautical miles offshore. Some along the Outer Banks, southern Florida, southern California, Washington State. High surf advisories and special weather statements around the Hawaiian Chain Islands. Small crack advisory, gale warnings around the Alaska region, inland areas. The red is blizzard warning. Winter weather advisory for purple across Alaska. Special weather statements, wind advisory in a couple areas with flood watches in effect there as well. Okay, let's move on into the severe weather for your Thursday. Okay, we got a marginal risk from around Wichita Falls to Duluth, and then from Wichita, Kansas to Minneapolis. That's 15% risk there, slight risk. General thunderstorm from Louisiana up to portion of Marquette, Michigan. Then again over toward Casper, Wyoming, over toward portions of northern areas of Idaho, South Florida, Florida Keys. Tornado probability rolls out like this. Alright, the green areas from Wichita to Minneapolis, and then you can see the brown area from Omaha to let's see, Kansas City, Wichita. You're included in that, 5%. The slashed area, that's where the significant tornado from EF2 to F3 could occur with that any storm. Alright, damaging winds look like this: 5 and 15% from Minneapolis to Texas, 15% from portion of Kansas to southern Minnesota. Large hail, you can see 5% from Texas all the way to Duluth, Michigan. 5% from portion of Wichita up to Minneapolis. Significant severe hail from golf ball side from portion of Kansas down in the north Texas. Alright, let's take a look at day number 4. Or day number 3, excuse me, day number 3. Alright, we have a marginal risk from portion of Wichita Falls over toward Louisville, Indiana, Memphis, Tennessee to Dallas. General thunderstorm from San Antonio to Marquette over far east of Washington, D.C. Then again from Kobe and McCook areas back west to Jackson, Wyoming. Probability look like this: 5 and 15% respectively in those 5 and 15% areas there across the central and Ohio and Mississippi River Valley. Alright, now let's take a look at day number 4. Alright, we have an enhanced risk around Wichita to Oklahoma to Norman, Waco up to central portion of Kansas, 15%, but that's a 30% risk area there in the Tulsa, Wichita, and Oklahoma and Norman areas as well. Alright, let's move on into day number 5. Pretty much same location. Wichita Falls up to Kansas City. That's pretty much same location, and they got a 15% around Norman, Oklahoma, and Tulsa. Alright, now let's take a look at day number 6. And you can see it from Evansville, Indiana to Shreveport, Louisiana. 15% risk area once again. This is day number 6. Day number 7 currently has predictability too low, and day number 8 is predictably too low. Alright, rainfall total over the next 7 days rolls out like this. Not much precipitation out of the western U.S., Washington to California to Texas. Maybe anywhere from 1/10 to maybe 3/4 of an inch. The heavy precipitation looks to be from Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, up to portions of Wisconsin, northern Michigan, where you're looking at maybe a 1/2 inch to maybe 2 inches, maybe up to 3 inches in some areas, and also same off the mid-Atlantic coast. Southeastern U.S., where you're looking at rainfall needed, looking at maybe 1/10 to maybe 3/4 of an inch in that area, and some activity across the Gulf, Cuba, Bahamas, South Florida, but you can see Central Florida, no precipitation to very little. And in the Northeast, from New York State to Maine, looking at maybe 1/10 to maybe 1 inch of rain in some locations. So, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like these videos, share these videos, and we'll catch you back in the next one. So have a wonderful Wednesday evening, folks. Take care, and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got.